For the past year, it could have been anyone's race, but as of right now in the standings, they did have a doubleheader last week because of the RBHL championships, and it has shaken things up. The Storm Surge now take over first place with the Riptide, the defending champions, in second place. That leaving the Zombies and the Labatt Blues fighting for third for the time being. So the Blues currently in a rework phase as they have been shaking up their lineup, but how are things going to turn out for them as they got some new players coming in, so they have to try to get their chemistry together. So we'll check that out as we go to the breakdown. We'll start with the Labatt Blues. Newcomer Dylan Beebe expected to be in the net today, but so far it's been a rough one for him, going 0-3-1. However, despite that record, he still has a respectable save percentage at an .892 and a goal against average of .284. As far as shooting, the Millers, David and Andrew, take the top spots, 5 and 4 points respectively. And of course, we have Jack LeGros, related to Keith LeGros, coming in with 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. So watch for them, but they tend to collapse in the third period as they let go of 11 goals to 4 in the third period. For the Storm Surge, we expect James Jackson to be in the net, 900 save percentage, 1.50 goal against average, currently holding the #1 spot in the C division. And the big part of that has been depth scoring. And how deep are we talking? Well, 9 players tied for the top spot on points with 3. And I could list them all for you, but we'd be here all day. But as far as team statistics, they get pretty strong when it goes onto the short change first and third periods. So it's going to be about the question of the transitions, as that's been their issue, but they seem to be on the upswing of things as of recent. So with that, we'll see how things go as the ball drop is next. Pavel Pelka is the only official for this game, but earlier the Riptide took a loss to the Zombies, which will give an opening for the Storm Surge to open up the lead as we get underway. And right off the bat, it is offsides against the Storm Surge, and only 5 seconds tick off. Goes back to the Blues. Stamp trying to get his way around, but Michael Schmick taking over, protecting the ball, now crosses. Tries a shot down low and a kick save by Beebe. Looked like he got screened on the play, but got the pad out just in time. Attempted clear, held in. Thrown out the boards. Great Camp throws it down and around. Stamp for the Labatt Blues, unable to clear it. Shot off the outside the net. Will be cleared out of the zone, and an icing against the Blues with 9:11 left in the first. So compared to last season, Storm Surge have made a huge turnaround. Only a few notable newcomers. Nolan Magnini, Jeff Brown, and Turner Camp among the newcomers to the Storm Surge. behind the net. They get tied up. Ellington tries to center up. Gets blocked by Mendel. Off the board, Cyrus Ashley turns around. They will clear zone, but it'll turn into another icing against the Blues. They are still unable to change. Well, now with the Zombies winning their game, that puts the Blues in 4th place, but do have the opportunity to stay on pace with them with a win today if they can pull the upset. Here's Ashley, blocked by Brown. Turnaround shot from Gardner goes wide. Along the wall, trying to hold it in, and back to the center line. Try to push in a couple of times, unable. Back the other way for the Blues, toward the outside. Andrew Miller. Try to center up. Off of Ariel Merritt, one of the newcomers to the RBHL.
Hang back, Brad, you're back, Brad, hang back.
She is yet to get a point as it goes along into the corner.
That was terrible.
Behind the net, tries to center up, nothing there. Shot gets blocked, knocked down into the slot, attempt to clear, and out to the right wing for the Storm Surge. Gets around, Jorgensen throws it to the right corner. Brad Gold will take a look and spin around behind the net. Tries to clear and off of a forechecker and into the pad of BB. Won by Storm Surge. Shot saved by BB. And another attempt. Stopped on the bouncer. Brown trying to hold it in. Out it goes. Taking a look and up the boards it goes. And this, they're going to say no ice. Gray Camp behind the net. Turnaround shot is blocked. Along the wall. Camp trying to escape. Throws it around the boards. Here's a shot, goes wide of the net from Schmick. Camp on a double team, throws it into the opposite corner. It will be lifted up, glove down and out of the zone. And on top of that, it's a hand pass. It's going to come back. And it goes back to Stamp. Throws it around into the left corner. Tries to shoot it off and stopped by Jackson. So the newcomers for the Blues, of course you already saw Dylan Beebe is yet to get his first win as a goalie. It goes back. Up onto the left wall and escapes. Brian Kuchuk try to hold it in. We'll get some help from Wilson Duff. Long distance shot goes wide. Throws into the opposite corner. Attempted clear around the boards by Matting. Held in by Dove. A bouncer in front of the net. Attempted clear. Held in by Kuchuk. And a wide open net, but could not pull the trigger. Here's Ashley. But that was one of the newcomers that I had mentioned, Turner Camp. Over to Turner Camp on the right wing. Tries a shot, gets blocked. Back on the outside, and BB decides to cover. Won by the Blues. Taking a look back in their own corner. They're thrown out the boards, held in by Josh Waters. Held. Trying to push it out is Andrew Miller to the right side. Pressured. Tries to serve back to Gold. Interrupted by Gardner. Throw it up to Ellington on the left wing. He'll push it down into the left corner. Ellington tried to center up and goes off the outside of net. Lands in the slot. Turnaround shot is blocked. Tries again. That's also blocked. Goes to the point. Attempted shot gets blocked off the attempt from Josh Waters. Another shot and another block, and this one goes out of play. Won by the Storm Surge. Shot going wide of BB. And attempted clear goes off a body and held on by BB. Goes back toward the blue zone. Played off the boards. Held in by Waters, but that one also goes out of play with 4:40 left. And goes back around the boards. Behind the net, tried to go to, actually misses him, but this is not going to be icing as it will not make the line. From behind the net, so far the Storm Surge clearly winning the possession game. It's a big collision. Here's a shot from Mandel and it's blocked. Tries again. On to the outside. Clement. Tried to push in, but it's back the other way. Mike Ellington only has one to beat, and he gets poke checked away by Mandel. And turns it to a 2-on-2 the other way. The shot, save by Jackson. Around the boards. Storm Surge back under control. Held in by Murit. But back the other way they go. Michael Schmick tries a shot, save by BB. For a moment, I thought I heard someone say timeout. They're actually saying come out. Saying they had too many players on the floor. The Blues with control, and right off of me. I just took my goaltending equipment off, guys.
Maybe you can wear that glove.
As it goes back, Miller trying to kick to the inside, but held in. Good hold by Nicholas Roach. There's a shot from the point, saved by BB. Tries to center to the slot and could not find the ball. Went off the backhand, but came off a little hot. The other way for the Blues. David Miller. It's a shot. Jordan and Jackson comes loose and they score! A mishap by Jackson and it turns into a goal for the Blues. It went off of Jackson and he tried to cover it, but then it came loose and escaped. And right into the hands of Miller. he goes, pops up in the air. Backs into the left corner, tries a shot, and it's off the outside of the net from Kochuk. From the right corner, Camp tries center, bouncing in the slot, nobody has it. Attempt to clear, and maybe a breakaway coming. Tries a shot, save, but they got a second chance and they score! Andrew Miller picks up the rebound on the breakaway, and suddenly it's 2-0. Miller's coming through. Back to the point. As this is a total shocker. The first place team, one comes loose with a mishap on the first goal, and then a breakaway for the second goal. Tries a shot on net, and Beebe with the save. In a circle, shot, goes wide of the net. Attempt to clear off a couple of bodies. Brown holding it in. Try to shot, gets blocked. Backhands it off the end boards. Playing around, and out it goes. Taking a look at this, Wilson Dove. Approaching a minute and a half remaining in the period. Pops up, everyone, and he was looking for a call, not going to get one. Of course, we only have one ref today. He was trying to say that he was slashed, but did not pick up on it. It lifted up in the air, goes off the end boards. Ellington on a wide angle. Pops out and onto the point. Wilson Dove into the circle. Trying to center up off a body! And whoa! Beebe had the cover and then released too early. The whistle had not gone yet, but luckily picks up on the follow-up. And it's won by the Blues. Maybe a 2-on-1 coming. Only has Roach to beat. Roach makes the block and it goes to the right corner. Roach back around the boards. Picked up and now to the center line. It is offside. Ellington, maybe a chance the other way. Try the shot. It's wide of the net. Schmick centers up and blocked. Trying to play off the boards, going down was Waters. Andrew Miller, here's Gold. At the top of the slot, shot is blocked by Roach. Back to Gold. Gold from the circle, shot is blocked. Back to the corner, 15 seconds left. They try to clear out. Shot off of Jackson's glove and into the corner, 10 seconds left. Lead up the boards, blocked. Camp just push it in, and that will do it for the period as a shocking turn of events as the Blues takes advantage of a mishap and a breakaway as they will lead after one period 2-0.
We'll do center. That way no one's happy.
Second period ready to go as our teams lined up. The Blues with a 2-0 lead, and just about surprised everybody. One of them came off of a misplay by Jackson as we get underway. It'll be chipped off the left boards, trying to play to himself. It gets blocked Trying to dance around, unable. That was Cyrus Ashley. And sliding across, couldn't quite pick it up. Pushed out of the zone. The Blues back in their own zone. He sent up the left boards. Held in by the Surge, but the shot gets blocked. Trying to drive the net, and it is wide of the net from Kochuk. Centering pass interrupted by Clement. So he pushed out of the zone. Turn it around. Blues on the attack. Wide angle for Cyrus Ashley. Tries to backhand it across and stopped by Jackson. Another attempt, easily stopped by Jackson again. Clement will turn around. Center it up. Interrupted him for a moment. Cyrus Ashley tried to pick it up. And will be turned around by Alex Gardner. Will just be sent into the opposite corner. Loose from behind their own net. Evan Mandel in pressured. Trying to push out. Shot going wide of Oliver Mandel. Up the left boards. A minute and a half gone in the second period. Center pass, no one there. The Blues are in the middle of the change. Picking up is David Miller. Out centers it up. Tries to feed it in. Nobody there. Trying to send it around. Back on the left boards. Blues attempted to clear. Held in. Back to the left corner. Wilson Dove giving a shove. As it goes back into the corner, Brad Gold trying to look for a point option. Gets interrupted. Now sent back down. Brad Gold trying to find it. Looking for help. Back toward the center line. On the high slot. Now drops back at the point. Shot gets blocked. Dove backhands it. Stays in play through center. Backhanded across. Blues waiting for everyone to tag up as David Miller sends it off the end boards. Wilson Dove waits for his team to arrange. We've yet to get a whistle here in the second period. Stretch pass hits his man from the top of the circle and interrupted and easily stopped by Oliver Mandel. And we'll have our first stoppage of the second period.
Ariel, if 5 is your limit, no, switch with Ariel.
The Blues going for a full line change. And Clement will win the draw. Cyrus Ashley feeds it up to his right. Held in for a moment, and Ariel Murit will attempt to clear, but held in at the center line.
Yours, Ariel, yours.
Sent back around the boards. They'll just round it to the opposite corner.
Ariel, middle.
Tries a shot off the outside of the net. John Stamp, a stick goes flying. Didn't see what it was, and now a glove comes loose. In fact, both gloves are gone. There's a shot and a whistle. Will have a stoppage as a garage sale over on the right circle. You only see all three pieces of equipment go down in a fight, but you never see that in the RBHL. With 6:34 left in period number 2. Goes off into the corner, attempt to clear, gets kicked back in for a moment. Clement attempts to clear. Held in. Toward the outside, backhanded across by Kochuk. Gets blocked. Attempt to clear by Dylan Beebe, who you see in that sling. They do clear across the line. Kochuk tags up, trying to get it around Murit. Now trying to send it across. Blues push up. Trying to go through the slot, gets blocked. And gets placed into the corner. A stretch pass. As the Storm Surge look to reset their attack. Spin it around. Just plays it off the boards right behind Jackson. Josh Waters tries to clear, held in, but second attempt by Jeff Brown. He gets pushed right back. Taking a look for the Blues, centering up. It was looking for Ashley, couldn't find him. From the point, now sent around the boards. Will be picked up by Brown. Around one more time. Sliding block fails. Tries a shot and a blocker save by Jackson. Brown with control for the Storm Surge up on the right wing. Halfway through the second period. This period's been going pretty fast compared to period number 1. Picked up around by Matting. It will be placed on the left wing. Rejected. Back at the center line. Drop pass at the slot. Shot and a save by Jackson. And a man is down. That's Brad Gold. And they're going to blow this one dead. He just dropped down. I don't know if he pulled something, but he was holding his knee. Well, he gets back up, but he is hobbling. Not good, and it's his right leg. So he's going to be helped off the floor. There was no contact. It just came out of nowhere. Something might have popped in that knee. So now it is a question of where they're going to place a draw. It looks like they're going to place it back to neutral. Well, we'll try to get an update on Brad Gold. He has 2 assists this game. Goes back to the Storm Surge. Plays off the ceiling. Well outside the danger area as the Blues get back under control. They've had a lot of possession time in the second period. Off the boards one more time. Cyrus actually going to the left side. Tries a shot. Couldn't find all of it. And correction, that was David Miller with a shot. Plays off the left boards. Sent up by Jorgensen and easily taken up by Oliver Mandel. Sends it into the corner. Attempt to clear by Mandel on the left wing. See Miller trying to drive it. Now goes to the high slot. Shot gets interrupted. It goes wide of Jackson. So, oh, that was a dangerous pass. Almost landed in the hands of, I believe that was Jay Miller. Comes back the other way. Center and pass, trying to go for Stamp. Everybody lost sight of it. No one knows where it is. And now Mandel picks up on it as it goes onto the end boards. Sent up and now rejected. Wild bounce goes into the glove of Oliver Mandel with 3:11 left. Face off one by Storm Surge. Trying to hold the line and couldn't hold it, and they'll just send it all the way back down. BB will take it behind his net. And now we'll wrist one up. Was looking for Cyrus actually, but misses him, and it turns into an icing with 2:23 left.
Oh my God, his defense on this
Face off. Won by the Blues. I believe that was Stamps that was rushing in. Shot gets blocked. On the outside is Brown. Gets pressured and the Blues get it out of the zone. You see Ashley trying to apply pressure. It'll be sent all the way down. No icing, it looks like, as Ellington will take it up for the Storm Surge. Drop back to the circle. Shot gets blocked and nearly got tipped in. Mandel with a save. As Alex Gardner was sitting right there ready for the tip in. It's back to the high slot. And back the other way. Ashley may have something the other way. Lost control, goes into the corner.
I'm a woman of many
Wide angle, has a wide open man shot. He scores! Keith Clement gets his first of the season off a great pass from Cyrus. Actually saw Clement wide open, and it's 3-0. Just nobody covering Clement at the circle. 3 defenders looking at Cyrus Ashley. Defense got caught looking in the corner. 1:29 left with the Blues having a 3-0 lead. The Storm Surge have to respond quickly here with a period left to go. Gets sent into the corner. Sent around. The Blues try to clear it out. It's its man, 1:10 left. Thinks about it, crosses over, and throws it into the corner. Waits for an option. Shot saved by Jackson with 58 seconds left.
There was this much space between the foot and the goal, and he found it. Work. Elite. Work.
Won by the Blues in the slot, but Kochek trying to power through. He is looking for that response from the Surge. That goes off of Mendel. David Miller plays off the right boards. They will find Andrew Miller. Centering pass back. Tries to drive one in, but it reaches Jackson before David Miller could do anything as it lands into the corner. 30 seconds left. Back it goes. Miller with another chance. It's blocked. Storm Surge look to clear out. Ellington on the left wing. Gets covered. Trying to lob one in and stopped by Oliver Mandel before Gregory Camp could do anything about it.
3.6.
Oh my God! We're going to the Super Bowl.
I'm only at 90 points. It's the lowest I've scored so far.
Bye.
Yeah, false start is had to win off of, I think that was, try to see who that is in the draw for the Storm Surge. It does go into the opposite corner. 13 seconds left. Sent around the boards looking for Evan Mandel. Up along the boards, 5 seconds left. It does not look like the Surge are going to do anything here as it's snared by Oliver Mandel. Only a fraction of a second left, and they're just going to let the clock wind down. So the Blues add 1 to their total thanks to Keith Clement with his first of the season. Let's take a look at some scores from around the league. ready for the third period. And what a game this has turned out to be. 3-0 as BB nearly had a mishandle of his own. But you got to think that the Storm Surge are going to get very aggressive here as they just put a shot wide.
Nice block.
Back in the right corner, Jorgensen tries a shot, goes wide. Brown unable to hold it. He has to go back and throw it around the boards. Wilson Dove being chased down by Ashley. Back along in front of the Storm Surge bench. Turned it over. Held and thrown down the floor, and BB decides to cover. 9:09 left in the third. Won by the Blues. Right, immediately Schmick trying to pin him up to the boards. Great camp on the boards. Tried to feed it into slot and can't get through. Ashley tries to clear off a foot. Sends it across. Ziegler holds at the point. Now tries a shot off a couple of bodies and snared up by BB, denying the second chance. Won by Storm Surge. They're trying to hold it in. Back it goes as Roach sends it into the left corner. Ellington, wide angle shot and the stick save. It goes into the corner. Centers up. It's blocked. Attempt to clear. Out it goes. Now race for control, but neither of them can beat the icing. And it's going to come all the way back. Back to the point. Held. Roach tries a shot. Blocked. Camp trying to throw it around. Covered well by Miller. Still looking for an option. Now gave it away. David Miller the other way. Covered by Schmick. Now facing three defenders. Turnaround shot gets blocked by Ziegler. Not a lot of attackers for the Blues, and now it goes right to Stamp. Tries to feed it in. Attempt to clear, held in by Matting, goes into the left corner. Tried to center up, nobody there. Ellington takes it the other way. Ellington along the left boards, facing three defenders. Tries a shot down low, it's blocked. Mandel, stands left. Andrew Miller tries to pass it in front, but gets blocked. Back into the left corner. Attempt to clear. Thrown into the opposite corner. Waters takes it for the Storm Surge. At the left wing, Ellington with control. Try to center up, finds Gardner, but hops off his stick. Goes back, Gardner tries a shot and snare. It's confirmed that it is that BB or Mandel in that?
Mandel. BB is running.
Okay. Yeah, so I have to make a correction. It's Mandel in the net. BB, you see, is actually in the corner. You see that? With the Yeah, which I thought, at first I thought he had a sling with, you see that black stripe across his shoulder. At first I thought he had a sling and was playing with an entry, which would be weird, but it's going to be sent across. Now Oliver Mandel does have one win in his only appearance. The Waters up the left wing. Matting sends it back. And Gardner will track this one back. 6:15 left in the third. But actually pressuring him. Does get it out. Beebe with control. There goes back to the left corner in front of Jackson. Now gets it away. Stretch pass toward the left. Kochuk. Hits the brakes, back to Gardner. Now back to Kochuk. There's a shot off the outside of the net. Turning around, trying a shot that's blocked. Now tries again, that's blocked. Gardner trying again, the Blues defense. Really helping out, and right in front, a couple of shots on net. Everybody digging in. The search, what a penalty we play on. Goes back and over to the boards. Here's Dove. Shot through the screen and a stick save by Oliver Mandel.
Hand on, Jay, hand on. Great play.
Back he goes. Wilson Dove, pressure by Ashley. Over to Waters. Trying to feed it to Kuchuk. Now facing three defenders. Here's the call. Waters with a one-timer. A low roller wide, and Oliver Mandel comes straight out of the crease and takes the cover with 5:03 left. Won by the Blues, sent around the net. Mandel plays it off the boards, gave it away. Ziegler tries to return it. They couldn't play it. They were offside. Ellington forces the turnover, tries to drive the net, gets blocked. Blues back the other way. David Miller trying to center, gets blocked back the other way. Schmick gains his own. Circles back. Here's the call to shoot it. It goes high of Oliver Mandel. Ellington takes it away. Thought about wrapping it around. Shot, and it's saved by Oliver Mandel. It tries a shot in a crowded slot. Everybody stacking the slot as they pass across. Tries a shot, blocked, and the Blues get it out of the zone. 4:03 left. Ziegler tries to clear it out. Unable. Schmick tries a shot. Save! Oh! And another chance, another save by Mandel! It'll be lifted out into the bench, and a face-off coming down low. With 3:44 left, I start to wonder what the Storm Surge are thinking right now. Down by 3. Goes back into the corner. It'll be thrown around by Merritt. And back out it goes. Chasing this down. But it's going to be turned into an icing. It's going to come back. The Storm Surge have had the possession game, but the Blues defense has been sealing everything up, and on top of that, Mandel has had a great day in net. In his only appearance, he has one win, a .255 goal against average, and an .889 save percentage. Back the other way.
Stay back.
Looking for an opening. Now goes back to Mandel. Gets pinned to the boards. You know that the Storm Surge are going to get aggressive here. Shot save by Jackson. Loose in the slot. Another shot blocked. Another shot saved by Jackson. Another chance, and Jackson is going to put it into that with less than 3 remaining.
Wait, John, I think they're setting out another.
It goes back into the left corner. Thrown around and out it goes, and this time it's going to be an icing against the Storm Surge. I would have to think that if the Storm Surge are going to try to come back in this game, now would be the time to pull Jackson if they get possession. They definitely have the advantage of that in this game. It'll be up to Great Camp now at the left wing. Camp gains his own, being pestered by Matting. Into the left corner, hits the brakes. Tries to go across. Set it down by Gardner, tries a shot, goes wide. Great Camp tries a shot and a wide angle save by Oliver Mandel. Well, the Storm Surge have not made any moves as far as Jackson yet. But talk on the bench is that they intend to do it. Storm Surge win the draw. Camp getting pressured as Miller gets it out. And we take it away. Roach behind the net. Feels pressure, gave it away to Stamp. Tries to center it up. Blocked by Roach, attempt to clear. Held in by Andrew Miller. Centers it up to David Miller. He gets knocked off by Camp. Throws it down the floor, and it reaches Mandel, which negates the icing, and he'll take the face off. And they're going to pull Jackson, so it's 6-on-5. And the Storm Surge are going to call their timeout. It's a long shot with 1:54 left and down by 3. But it has happened before. The Storm Surge have won the possession game all day long. But the Blues defense has showed up today. So the goals belong to both of the Millers and Keith Clement. So it'll be a 6-on-5 situation with 1:54. The Storm Surge need 3.
I'll probably go in for Andrew. It's either pull through or so much less.
Right now they're in a standard formation. Won by the Blues and straight to Mandel, who will make the cover. And it's won by the Blues for a moment, but back by Kachuk over to Waters. Wrist shot through the screen and it's blocked. Attempt to clear. Held in. Waters trying to pressure. 2 against 1. Waters gets it away. Camp trying to push it out. Unable. Actually gets it out of the zone, and Wilson Dove will take it. Less than 90 seconds left. Sends it up to Ellington. He'll wrist one. That's blocked. But a rebound attempt, shot, he scores! There goes the shutout! And the Storm Surge are on the board. It will be Kochuk with a goal. So the shutout is gone, but the Blues still hold a 2-goal lead. So the Storm Surge are going to put Jackson back in the net for now. Won by the Blues. Backhanded. It's going to be thrown in deep. Ziegler backhands it across. Gets the bounce they need. Now we're going to watch Jackson. They try to throw it on. They did gain the zone. Jackson's not heading to the bench. And now they're going to pull him as they attempt to clear. Ellington, 6-on-5 coming. Goes to the left wing. Tries to center up and lift it out. And that's going to be wide of the net for icing. 38 seconds left. Storm Surge need 2 quick ones here. They got one. Going to be back to Storm Surge, tied up by Ashley. Attempt to clear. They will get it out. This time it's not going to be an icing. 30 seconds left. Ziegler will take control. Backhands it up. Trying to fight through the middle. Going for the empty net, but it goes into the corner. And Schmick, a little slow to get up, but he's back on his feet. Run up on the right boards. Schmick with control. They'll try wrist shot wide of the net. 10 seconds left. The Blues are going to pull off a huge upset here as it goes all the way down. 3 seconds left, but at this point it's not going to matter. The Blues are going to pull off a huge upset over the #1 team right now. And Mandel just relaxing for a moment as he knows this game is done. In the slot, back to Brown, and this game is over. The Labatt Blues pull off a 3-1 win and a huge upset over the #1 team, which now makes this race a lot tighter. So the Blues will go back up to tying for 3rd. And just when you think that the Storm Surge would have had a chance to expand in the standings, it has suddenly become a different race. We'll be back to wrap this up. It's always exciting when you see a bottom-seeded team take down the #1 team. All 3 goals came from different Blues. David Miller, Andrew Miller, and Keith Clement, all of them with a goal today. But of course, they did have to take on a lot of shots on it. Oliver Mandel faced 28 shots, stopped 27 of them. That was the kind of performance they needed. So that will give them quite a morale boost as we head into the second half of the season. So that will do it for us here. This is Danny Wilson from XL Sports World. See you next time.